Hi everyone, Sarah Pacaro. Today's video is just a quick and short video about the real reason why it's so difficult to heal after having been with a narcissist or enduring narcissistic abuse. And the real reason is not what you would think it is. It's not that you need to learn more about narcissism or that you need to study them or read more books or listen to more podcasts. The real reason is quite simple. The real reason why it feels impossible, so difficult to heal after enduring narcissistic abuse or being raised by a narcissist is because of your belief system. Everything stems from, everything begins from, and everything starts with a belief. The beliefs that you have, your internal inner belief system, a belief structure. If there is no belief, there is no thought. If there is no thought, there's no feeling. If there's no feeling, there's no action. They're all connected. They all go in a loop. That's why people get stuck in this negative loop that they can't seem to break out of. Maybe they'll be really, really good for a time and things are getting better and they're meditating and they're exercising and they're eating healthy and they're doing affirmations and journaling and all of these things. They'll be doing really well. And then they find themselves right back where they were. That's because you're locked into this internal structure and belief system, and everything starts from a belief. And if there is no belief, then there's no thought. The thought comes from a particular belief system. The thought that you can be in a healthy relationship comes from a belief system that healthy relationships do exist. And if that's the thought, well, I'm never going to be in a healthy relationship. Well, that's connected to a feeling. So as you're going around this loop, you begin to develop feelings of panic, maybe even thinking about putting yourself back out there, or dating, or even spending time with friends or family. You start to get panic, you start to get fear, you start to get worry, you start to get anxiety because of that thought that came from that belief system. And if that's the case, then there's no action. So then you get stuck. You feel like you get paralyzed, you get stopped dead in your tracks. There's no action. And you may find that you desire to be in a healthy relationship. You desire to believe, you want to believe, but your internal structure and belief system isn't one that aligns with that, isn't one that matches up with that, because everything starts from a belief. And then there's no action, and if there's no action, then there's no result. And this is true within the realms of the narcissistic relationship as well, which is why so many people get stuck in it for so long, because their belief system says that they don't deserve anything better. They don't believe that there's anything better out there. They don't believe that they really will live a healthy, happy life. They believe all the things that the narcissist wants them to believe. And that's the power of manipulation. That's the power of gaslighting, is it alters and restructures your internal belief system. But here's the other thing, to take it even deeper, to get to the core and the very root of it, is to find out where that belief system of yours developed and was established, because it was actually there prior to you being in a relationship with a narcissist. And in fact, it's that internal belief system that wasn't even yours to begin with. It was given to you, passed on by you, shared with you by your caregivers, by those who were part of your development and part of your upbringing. It was other people's beliefs, their limiting beliefs, their negative beliefs of things in regards to all areas of your life, in regards to money, in regards to ability to do what you want to do. I mean, say, for example, my parents' belief system was that you go to college. After high school, you go to college, you graduate in 4 years, you get a degree, and you do what that degree says, and you do that for the rest of your life, and you retire, you get married, you have kids, and that's just life. That wasn't my belief system, but for a long time, I was on the track, I was on the path of that being the belief system that I had, and I tried that for a while. Well, my life is very different than your life, and it's very different than everyone else's lives. There, of course, are some commonalities and similarities because of the very fact that we're all human, but there's that internal belief system that can keep you stuck in life, in any areas of life, that can cause fear, that can cause worry, that can cause panic, that can cause tension, that can cause anxiety, can cause all of these negative things that you don't want in your life. You can't ever completely get rid of those feelings and those sensations, but you can restructure and reorganize your internal belief system. And this is so imperative to do, especially after having been raised by a narcissist several narcissists or having been with a narcissist, because your belief system is completely shattered. It's completely imagine it's like a car and you get into a car accident and the car still runs, but there's damage done to it. There are dents on the front, there are dents on the side, there's dents in the backs, right? Like the window is being held up by duct tape. There are dents in that car, even though it still runs. It can still get you from A to B, which is what a car does. But it's like your belief system is damaged, is dented, is altered, just like that car is damaged, dented, and altered after it finds that it's in an accident. It may still work, but it's not working proficiently, right? Maybe now there's some weird noises, or the tire feels like the alignment's off again. I gotta hold the steering wheel like this in order to drive straight. That's what happens to your belief system as well. So it gets damaged, it gets dented, it gets altered, and that is what leads you into particular and certain types of relationships. And if you've been in relationships, you've been trying to go like this just to drive straight. So it's so imperative and so important when you're out of that relationship to do the inner transformational work, to heal, to realign and restructure your internal belief system. That is what's going to impact the rest of your life. And the path that you go down next, the road that you travel down next, is going to be based on that internal structure and belief system. So if you just continue driving on, you can expect that you're going to continue ending up in the same places that you were at previously, the same types of relationships, because you're stuck in that inner loop and cycle. The thoughts, feelings, patterns, and actions all stem from your internal structure and belief system. So that is the most imperative and important thing to change if you want the course and direction of your life to change as well. So narcissists thrive on the ability to impact your belief system. If they can make you believe that you're unworthy, that you're not good enough, that you're never going to do better than them, and keep you locked in that place where they can continue to use, abuse, and manipulate you, then they've got you locked in there. And that is what they need in order to thrive and survive in their life. Well, if you want to break free from that, you've got to alter and change and restructure your inner belief system, because that's where it all comes from. So that is exactly what I do when I'm working one-on-one with clients. So if that's what you're looking for and that's what you're ready for, I'd love to guide you and be that person, be that auto mechanic that takes all of those bumps, dents, and cracks out of the structure, gets you back on the road to a much better path. So that is why it's so important and so difficult to change after having been with the narcissist. It's not that you don't know enough about narcissism. It's that your beliefs have been restructured and altered, and everything in life starts from a belief system. And this is in regards to finances. It's in regards to opportunities that you can have in your life, the types of relationships that you find yourself in. It literally impacts everything, your belief system. So if it's not working for you, and everything that you've tried, you've struggled with in ways of changing it, that's because you've been trying to change it consciously. Our conscious mind is about 5% of our mind. So conscious effort to create change is going to be very difficult. You've got to bypass the critical factor of the conscious mind, get into the unconscious mind where the programming that houses that belief system is held, and do the inner work to transform, heal, and change from there. Because otherwise you're just going to keep hitting that dead end road or keep hitting that brick wall. So that's why inner transformational work using the unconscious mind is so much better. It's so much more profound, and it creates lifelong lasting change. So if you've been with a narcissist and you're struggling to change and you're still stuck in that rut and you're ready to change and transform, then please reach out and connect. You can find more information in the link below this video. Until then, take care.